So, you're an older man, maybe 40 or even 60. You've been through a lot. Oh, a lot. You faced challenges, made mistakes, and learned lessons the hard way. And then a younger woman walks into your life. She's full of energy, curiosity, and enthusiasm. And somehow she gives you genuine attention. Not just casual conversation, but something that feels real. It awakens something inside you. It's refreshing. You feel alive again. But this is where most men start making quiet, subtle mistakes. When an older man begins to feel attracted to a younger woman, something shifts inside him. He begins to forget his worth, his life experience, his personality. Instead of remaining steadfast, he begins to adapt. He tries to fit into her world instead of inviting her into his. And slowly, he loses himself. The biggest mistake older men make, he softens his personality. He becomes less balanced. Gradually, he begins to behave differently than usual. And the moment this happens, everything changes. She no longer sees a strong, balanced man. Instead, she sees someone who is trying too hard, and the attraction begins to fade. This isn't about judging anyone. It's about awareness. It's about control. You must protect your self-respect, your personality, and your inner strength. When attraction enters your life, you must remain balanced. A calm man acts with purpose. He doesn't chase someone. He doesn't get lost in emotions. Today, we're not discussing just dating advice. These are principles that protect your value as a man. Rule number 1. Never try to be her peer. You are not her equal in life experience. And this is not a weakness. It's an advantage. Many older men make the mistake of trying to act younger. They change their style, follow trends, and try to blend into her world. But this weakens your presence. A woman senses when you're trying too hard. It feels unnatural. And without realizing it, the attraction begins to fade. Your age, your strength, you've experienced pain, growth, and transformation. This creates depth. This creates presence. A young woman isn't attracted to someone who imitates her. She's attracted to what she doesn't have yet: your calm, your confidence, your stability. When you stop trying to match her energy and instead stay grounded, attraction becomes easy. The second rule: don't become her emotional support system. This is a trap many men fall into without even realizing it. She begins to open up to you, sharing her problems, her past, her emotions. You listen. You want to help. This makes you feel important, but gradually you become her emotional outlet. She calls you when she's feeling down. She shares everything, and you start to think it's a connection, but it's not. It's dependency. There's a difference between being present and being used emotionally. A strong man listens, but he doesn't absorb everything. He stays calm. He doesn't try to solve every problem. He protects his peace. If she creates emotional chaos, you remain calm. This balance is very important, because when you remain balanced, she respects you. But when you become her emotional support, she stops seeing you as a man. The third rule: never chase her approval. This is one of the most common mistakes. You start giving more compliments. You impatiently wait for her answers. You change your behavior to keep her interest. Gradually, you begin to seek her approval, and this is where your value begins to crumble. The moment you need approval, you lose control. You stop leading and start pleasing. And even if she never says it out loud, she will feel this shift. A man who knows his worth doesn't seek approval. He already respects himself. When you remain confident and level-headed, you don't need confirmation of your worth. And that's what creates true attraction. If she takes the time to respond, you stay busy. You get on with your life. You don't chase her. You don't panic. You remain in control. And that's what makes your presence powerful. Rule number 4. Don't try to impress her. This is where many men fail. They overthink everything. They try too hard. They want to say the perfect thing at the perfect time. But all this only creates pressure. You become the one trying to win her heart, instead of the one who is a natural leader. The strong man doesn't play around. He leads. He makes decisions calmly. He acts with purpose. He doesn't feel the need to prove anything. True leadership is quiet. It's not loud or pushy. It's about direction and confidence. You decide where to go. You speak clearly. You remain calm. When you lead, she feels safe. But when you try to impress her, she feels pressure below. This difference changes everything. Rule number 5. Don't build a future too quickly. This is a hidden mistake many men don't realize. You meet her, and suddenly your mind starts creating stories, memories. You imagine the future. You start thinking long-term too soon, but this creates a false attachment. You lose sight of reality. You ignore warning signs. You accept things you normally wouldn't. And in the end, you become disillusioned because you fell for an idea about an unrealistic person. Stay in the present. Watch her actions, not just her words. A real connection takes time. Patterns of behavior are more important than promises. When you stay grounded, you protect yourself from unnecessary emotional investment. Rule number 6. Never become her second choice. It's painful, but very real. She'll pay attention to you sometimes, then disappear. She'll come back when she needs support, and you accept it. You tell yourself she's just confused. But the truth is simple. You're not her priority. You're her convenience. And the moment you accept that role, you lose respect both from her and from you and from you. A strong man walks away from anything that seems one-sided. He doesn't stay where he's not appreciated. He sets boundaries without unnecessary conflict. He conserves his energy. When you stop being available all the time, the dynamic shifts. She either takes the initiative or disappears. And either way, you win. Rule number 7. Never lose your purpose. This is the most important rule of all. Your mission must always come first. The moment you start changing your life for her, you lose direction. You put your goals on hold. You change your focus, and gradually you lose your individuality. This is where attraction fades completely. A man with a goal is always attractive. He keeps moving forward, no matter what. He stops at nothing. When you stay focused on your goals, you create strength, stability, and clarity. And this energy is powerful. A woman respects a man with a goal, but loses interest in a man who loses himself. In the end, it's all about awareness and self-control. You're not here to chase someone. You're here to build yourself. When you stay grounded, everything changes. Attraction becomes natural, respect becomes automatic, and your life remains under your control. Understand this deeply, and you will never fall into these traps again. Stay strong, stay focused, and never lose yourself.